Hello, everybody that can see this after the replay. We'll be doing, if you're watching this, more than likely you're watching the replay. Excuse the extra areas. I'm just trying to do the pretty thing like everybody else does. This is my first time selling what do you call them? Junk journal. So this is my walkthrough. This is the journal. I haven't named it. I figured whoever buys it will buy it and name it themselves. I will be putting a bracket here. Shoot. This is what they'll look like. Reach in and find it. Down underneath. Okay. Gonna pull it out. I forgot to. I'm gonna have two different sizes. I'm not real sure. I mean, I could do this one. Makes it minimal. Or I could put this one on there. It'll be glued on. It will not be screwed on because there is holes for screws, but if I did that, it would go through. This is only one, it's only so thick. So more than likely, I'll just glue this on with some heavy-duty glue and put a piece of paper back there, and you can name it yourself. And then I will be taking pictures from my Etsy shop. I just want to do a walkthrough with y'all of the final product. This is just for my help, because it's such a big binder. Anyways, or not binder, a big journal. Okay, this is the spine jewelry, as they call it. It's got some really cute little ribbons and lace and little frilly eyelash ribbon and some little, as they say, bling bling. Anyways, some pearls on here. There's a little heart and little iridescent. Oh, maybe I should come a little closer. I'm sorry. Whoa, too close. I've got to get a camera. I almost got a camera, y'all. Sorry. Let me focus it now. There we go. Hopefully you can see. There. Okay. So we have a heart. We have an iridescent bead. Get real close so that you can see that. Oh, it's like really pretty. I love this bead. Not sure if it's going to show it with this coloring in here. But it's like a crackle to it, and it has like an iridescent to it. I love that bead. So I put it on here because I love this journal. And it has other little fine things in there. There's little cute things. I've already talked about them, I know. Anyways, it's got this beautiful crystal beads. And a little heart-shaped little locket that I wore in school when I was in high school. I ain't got my glasses on, sorry. I wore this locket when I was in high school. Sorry, my nails look like bad right now. I just washed dishes. So, okay. So that's the spine jewelry, I guess. I'm sorry, y'all. This is the first time. I'm still new to doing this stuff. I thought I'd bring it up a little closer so you can see the different colors of the... I wanted the colors to match the journal. And that's why I've got all these pretty colors in here. Okay. And then it's hooked on right here. It's got a little loop here and a loop here going through so that it won't be pulled through. It's assured to do that. I even put a little bracket or one of the eye hole brackets or whatever they're called. I forget now. My brain's just not here all of a sudden. But I put a lobster claw on the around the neck of the see, my brain's just not here. But it's got a lobster claw to help hook it on real easily. It's not hard at all to hook it. See, it's real quick. So put that to the side. The mouth of it is, I guess you do it like this, right? So it's 6 inches wide, and make sure it's 6 inches wide if we go this way. And it's, without pushing it down, it's 7. But if you push it down all the way, like here, where it's not pressure, it's 5. But mostly it's 6, so I'm going to say 6. And the spine is 2 inches wide. The journal is 10 inches by 6 3/4. So here we go. So I'm gonna move this over here, back over here, so I have something to press this on. Oh, and this is, I'm guessing this is taffeta. It's like a beautiful burgundy, maroonish color taffeta. And the book cover, the book itself, the front and the back and the spine is all handmade. They're not from a book. It's been recreated into a journal, giving it a new life kind of thing. But this is not that. This is a homemade. This is made by, scratch. And these are from a wedding dress. These are just beautiful embellishments from a wedding dress that I thought was very pretty, and I wanted to put that on this. I thought it would match it so well, and it did to me. I love it. So, okay, now here we go. Hopefully I get through this fast and not slow. So this one, I've pretty much shown through the process of this, but this is for the people that haven't seen it yet. This is the first page that you can journal on, and it has little ties on there so that you can tie it back up. You can even journal underneath here if you want to. And it just goes back down and it ties up into a little bow. Okay, this is going to be hard to do again. There we go. I'm half out of it, y'all. I'm so sleepy. Okay. Now this has got a hint of pink in here because I wanted, like I said, I wanted the coloring to kind of stay the same, and that might keep it in the reds. And as you see, the spine has a what do they call that? Not bracer, I forget what it's called now. Anyways, to make it stronger. And I used a stencil with my black ink, and I just inked on there and made it have a real pretty pattern on there. This is my, I'm sorry if I say a lot right now. I'm just real nervous because it's my first time selling one and I'm not doing too good. This is my painting that I did. This is one of the very first things I did to the journal. This is a fern that I had out front, and this is just a little flower here, but this is one of my paintings. It's done with acrylic with a little charm on the end there. And then you have a little flip up, and then you open this up. You have a pocket made from a envelope, and here's your little ephemera in there. I did this by hand with other stuff. This is my artwork. These things are drawn by me, and these are stencils. These are hand drawn though. This is a flip up, flip down, and it says a note from the author, so that'll be you, whoever buys it. And I tea stained it, or coffee stained it, I'm sorry. I coffee stained it. I left it like that so that this would be light enough that you could actually journal there if you wanted to. You can journal there. And this is, you could pull this off and journal on the back of this, around this stuff. This is just, what's it called? Parchment paper, I think. No, wax paper, I think. No, I think it's parchment paper. I'm not sure. It's one of those crinkly papers. So, I did that with this because it's hard to write on those. It's hard to do anything to those, so I just put a piece of, one of these, put some little cuts in there and just stuck it in there. And this is a little journal area with a little bee and a little honeycomb, colored honeycomb. I just thought that was so pretty. A little hand-drawn out bee of mine with a prompt word. And this has a prompt word on that one, too, for you to write. Gives you something to write, about. And here's another little barn door. And I'll flip up. And this has got a hand drawing in there. And some little embellishments. This just lets you know that you need to pull this up and right there, kind of thing. Sorry. This is a, there's a, what do you call it, tag here. And it says grow, and it's iridescent. I love that, this paper. And there's a few little ribbons on this with a dogwood flower and a button on it. And then there's a pocket here. It says love. I stenciled that, and I just free handed everything else. And right here is a button that looks like a rose on a paper clip. And this is ink stained. I'm nervous right now. I don't know why I'm so nervous right now. I'm sorry, y'all. This is ink stained. Darn it. Tracing paper. And I just inked it, and I put a little thing in there with a prompt word on it for you to journal on. I'm going to try to go a little bit faster, I don't think. Just do this. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I've had one of those days. I went to the hospital, not hospital, but I went to the doctor today and have to go back. And I don't want to. And I have to make a doctor's appointment for a heart doctor now. So anyways, it's got a page from a book about bugs and stuff, I just thought that was really cool. Here's another hand painting / drawing that I used I think this one was, yeah, ink. This is all done with ink, and I drew it out first, and then I painted it. This is actually a picture, a redo of another picture that I did that's huge, that I actually will be selling probably soon in my Etsy shop. And then I made it into a pocket because this is on a piece of trace paper again. I always want to use the trace paper to draw on because it's hard. I don't know. I just did. I don't really know why. And in here you have some ephemera, and it's just someone's honors award. And then you have a journal spot here, and then you have this piece of paper here with hand-drawn little music notes, and then you just open it up, and it gives you a place to journal on with some cute little ribbons. And this, I created this pocket here with ribbon and drew out the notes and stuff. And this is a prompt word for you to work over here with. Sorry that I'm being so weird right now. These are little tags that come in and out. I wanted to match up with the kind of like motif of the colors and of this is like a butterfly bush, so I want to put a butterfly on this pocket. And hopefully there's nothing on these pages, on these things that I use that has any bad words. I looked, but I don't know. I might have missed it. Anyways, the yellow for the bee. I tried to draw one of those, but I didn't have the color of the... Anyways, yeah. I tried. But I did draw those out. This is just another place to journal on. It's just like flip-ups. And then you can also journal here if you want to. But this is a ribbon pocket that I created. And I just put a little ribbon here and then the big ribbon. And then you have another pocket. And inside of there is another ephemera for you. And then you have another prompt word with a little lovely dragonfly, and you can journal here. And here's a tag of dragonflies that I drew out, and a place where you can journal at. And this is very fragile, so if you do get this, be very careful because it just breaks. It keeps breaking the other pieces in there. It's an old check. I don't know why the person sent me this when I asked for old stuff. 1947, but it looks very old. I mean, it's like so fragile. And it was Jake Parker. Oh, no, Jack Parker. I'm sorry. I think it's like Jake Parker. What? I was going to say, I'll keep that. Anyways, these are homemade stamps that's in the background that I created. And this is a beautiful old piece of fabric that I found. And some pretty pictures. A lovely woman to put on the pocket. I think this is an Elizabeth pocket. I'm not sure. And this is a heart with all things grow with love. And I thought that would be real cute right here. And on this pocket is I forget what these are called, but it's a cloth kind of ribbon that you put on the bottom of pretty little kids' dresses and stuff. It's really cute. It was my mother's, and I thought I'd put that on here and make a pocket out of it. And you have a journal card here that opens up. This is rose hips on here. Tells you what it is right there. Cute little butterfly. You open it up, gives you a place to, a prompt word and a place to journal. You can journal in the back as well with a report card of, I'm trying to find Anthony's, oh, yeah, he did good. He did good. So, that's there for the person that gets it. They can enjoy looking at that. This is the first part of the painting that I did. This is a whole piece that was really big. I cut it in half and put this piece in this signature, and I'm just going to flip there real quick so you can see the other half of it. I can find it. It's right. See if I can find it. I think that's it. Yeah, there it is. This is the other half of it. See, I cut it in half and put it straight in the middle. And that's all. That's a watercolor painting, and I signed both pieces in case you do choose to pull this out and use it and put it in a picture frame or something. It's up to you. Because, anyways, it's an art piece. And there's a dangle inside here of a beautiful bird. And then we have a belly band with a young lady sitting there drinking coffee. And it's a journal card on the back. And this is a envelope. Gotta get that off. This is an envelope with a hidden pocket. It's right there. You just can't, or hidden tuck, I'm sorry. A little hidden tuck that you can tuck things right here. And it's just a little heart that I created with a little place you can make notes on. And you have a little thing from Ralph Waldo Emerson. And I drew out a little flower because that's what it's all about. It's about the, there is simply the rose. It is perfect in every moment of its existence. Ugh. And I found this picture in a magazine that looks so perfect for this. And the only thing I don't care for whenever it comes to magazines is how they're shiny. And I think on my next journal I will have the clear gesso, and I'll do that gesso so it's not shiny. And you'll be able to write on even pictures like that. But you can journal on here as well if you want to. And inside there is a little ephemeria that I created for you. And this is another drawing of mine of a, I think, I'd say that looks more like a hibiscus, but it has the leaves like a rose. So this is a tuck that I created for this to go on. Oh, there's a little iridescent, not iridescent, like a, what do they call that? Like a misty, I guess, or I forget what they call it, but it's got that matted, faded look to, not faded, but matted color to the outside. And if you look real hard, you'll see it's like a beautiful ruby color. It's so pretty. I love that thing. And I kind of went too much with the glue. That's why it's kind of shiny around it. And this was my grandmother's. It was a button that I found with a little gemstone in it. It was in her kit, and I thought, well, I'll put that to use and let somebody else have it. Maybe they'll enjoy it, you know. This is a place you can journal here, but it will leave impressions in the paper, because this is soft paper, and it has like an iridescence to it. I don't know if you can tell that or not. Let's see if I can get it at an angle for you. You can see the shine to it. And this is a drawing, a painting I did of two roses and a butterfly and a bee. But you can journal here. This is my mother's lace, and I put that to use in here. And I gave the person that owns this, will buy this, I gave them the receipt that came with the lace that my mom, how much she paid for it and everything, and where, of course, you can see where. And I did this 3D butterfly. And there's also a little infirmary in here for whoever buys it. I think this is a report card too. I'm not sure. No, this is a vaccination, I think. It's a special student. Long Beach City College Vikings. I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyways, not sure what that is. It's some kind of a card for schooling or something. There's this little piece of paper I put in there with a little bow on there. This is a little journal spot where you can take a little note. Here is a journal card, and you can write on the back. It's got some cute fluffy little ribbon on there. You can journal here. And put that back in there. Try to get it down in there. There we go. And this is a cute little tag I made with a little heart on it, and two little things you can put notes on that as well. And that will go right here. with a little pretty flower, and it says friends on it, so you can use that as a prompt word if you want to. And you have a little surprise. This is a little pull out. It's a little bitty tiny tag, and you can journal on that if you want to, or put notes. But it's got a little spot right there. It's real cute. And then you use the fabric ribbon to do the flip. And then on this page is a fabric ribbon of roses. I just love this. It was my mom's. I have a lot more left, and I plan on using it on my next journal as well because I love it. This has got in this pocket, has a specimen card in it. And I tuck that in there, and this is a little, like a little special booklet, and there's a little story inside for whoever buys it. It's about a little red bird, or you can choose, it could be a blue bird if you want it to be. It's one of the cardinal kind of breeds, It's got the little point to their head. Anyways, this is the Enchanted is what I named the little book. And all it is a little book that's made from a page, to journal on. Oh, and you can journal in there. See, there's journal pages in there. I don't want to show you because it'll show what's in there, and I want the person that buys it to be the one who gets to see it. This is a flip out, and this is a place where you can take notes. I drew the little rose on there to make it look pretty. And there's roses on this side. This is also on, what do you call it, trace paper. And I did some roses. And I put this little tiny pom-pom on a paper clip. Put that on here so it keeps it closed, but you can turn this into a pocket if you choose to. Let me see. You can see right through it. It looks really cute. Or you can just leave that on there so it doesn't flip open. And this is a page that I just wanted to go a little bit 60s and 70s, that hippie vibe, because I got a little hippie in me. So this is got flowers and stuff, and I wanted to keep it that dreamy look, as they say, dreamy. I drew out this tree because I wanted to put something to use on the writing here, so it would take away from the writing, and all you'd see is the tree. Yeah, and you got all the little birds and stuff, and the squirrels and stuff, and it's real cute. So that's another drawing I did. And I do believe this is a pocket. I don't think I put anything in there yet, so I forgot to. Or I'll leave it empty because this thing is already packed full. This is that same ribbon that I showed you right here. And what I did is I made it into a tag. I coated the tag with it, and it feels so cool. Anyways, I wrote "Grow Where You're Planted," and I put this pretty little ribbon on the top, and it looks really cute. I did some embellishment. Just love this little thing. I might make one for myself, for my journal. And of course, this little pocket is so cute as well. You can journal right in here if you want to. But over here is a painting I did of a rose, and this right here is a old letter from 1907. And this is the lady that he wrote to, and it was a love letter. This is the original stamp that came on it. I actually got this from a house that a lady let me keep it. She told me, she said she didn't want it, so I kept it, and I'm putting it in here for the next person to read. It's really cool. It's really good. I'll just show you. There is a letter in there, and it's folded. It's very old. It's done with pencil. And there's a little ephemeria from those days. Right there. It actually bleached onto it, and I'll show you the date on the inside so you see that it came with that. 1907. Can you see that? There you go. See, my dearest sweetheart. It is very romantic. Yes. I just loved it. So, yeah. I thought, why not pass it on to the next person? Don't hog it all to myself. So I'll be the only one other than you and the person that they wrote, the man that wrote it and the woman that read it. Maybe the grandkids read it, I don't know, but anyways, that's in there. And then I made this journal card. You can write on the back if you want to. Tuck this back in here. I embellished the tuck real good with the, also with the painting. I put the little pretty maroon bling blings on there. I signed this as well. This is a card that you can journal on. Got a butterfly. Goes right there with a little bee. So I thought that would all match good. And it's love. And you got all these little bitty cards that you can do. And there's a little bitty heart right here if I can get it out. Little tiny heart came off there. I thought I'd throw that in here too in this little spot right there. And then there's a little pretty heart. Oh, yeah, the heart with little flowers on it. It's real cute. This is that paper I was talking about. That's why I did what I did, because there's really nothing you can do with it. So I just left it in there for you to crinkle if you want to. This is a card. I think this was the, this is National Congress of Parents and Teachers. So yeah, that's in here. And then you have a journal card, or a journal tag, I mean. This is homemade pocket of strings that I put together, made my own design to it, because I love pastels on here like that, with the little speckles. Made it all match, look like it came together. And then this is another pretty pocket to match this side. And this is the journal card that you will be able to write on. And then you got the stencil over here and the stencil up here. This is the journal card that you have in here. And there's the place where you write on. And, oh yeah, student ticket. Elizabeth. Assembly seat location. She sat on section 3, I think. Or no, E. Row G, seat 9. I wonder if that was close. Yeah, I guess that would be kind of close. And then we have some faux pas, or not faux pas, what is it called? Faux tags. It makes it look like they're real tags, but they're not. This one looks like a real tag, and you feel it. It actually is a little tiny tag I made to where it would look like it was connected to that one. These are all hand-drawn by me. This one too, and I made this little this little ticket. This is a handmade ticket, and I put her on the back of it. She's trying to get a little bit loose again. She didn't like being on there, I guess. And there's a tuck here and a tuck up here. And then you get this little journal and this butterfly. You can journal on the back of him. You can journal here if you want to. This is a handmade tuck with a charm. And I do believe the other piece of this charm is on the spine dangle, or whatever you call them. Spine bling bling is what I call them. Anyways, this is the small journal that comes with the journal, the big journal. Has a whole bunch of pages in there. Gives you a little pull away, and like if you want to just take it on with you on your way, you can. You don't have to take the whole thing. And this is the next signature, and as you see, the spine down there, there's the pretty design. And I took the outside here and brought it into the journal. And here's a fabric flip with my favorite colors as well. I wanted to, like I said, stick around the reds and the pinks and stuff like that. I stenciled this. Well, I didn't stencil. I did this all by hand with my own handmade stamps. And then I made a journal card. It's real pretty. Here's the card. Pretty old lace. Just pull up some ribbon from the thing. This piece here. And this is the back. You can journal on this spot. Hope I'm not going too fast. It's already 30 minutes in, so I'm going to speed up because this is the second. Oh, forgot to put that back. My mind, I'll forget to put it back. Trust me. There we go. Don't want that to get bent. Okay. So here is a little tuck, and this is a little Valentine's. It's just plain. You can fill it out yourself, and or just I thought I'd leave it blank so you can journal on it. Actually, old ones. I was shocked. And then they have a fabric flip, not fabric flip, paper flip, a corner flip. Yeah, that's what it's called, corner flip. I left this fabric on here so you'd know to flip it up, and you can journal here. You can even journal on the back there. And I put some little jewels there. And this is a pocket with a journal card in there. And then you have a journal spot over here. And then you have a belly band here with a journal card in there. With my handmade stained, stained? Anyways, my coffee stained paper. A beautiful picture of a flower which matches it so perfectly. I love that flower. It's so pretty. I don't know what it is about me and hot pinks and reds and maroons and stuff. This pocket is like an envelope at the top, and it leaves it open here. I don't know why. I should have left this alone so that you could, jot it here if you wanted to. It says there's only one you, and then this opens up, comes down all the way, and you can journal here. Yes, I did all those lines by hand. This is fabric, and there's a little button there so that you can fill it. And back here is, oh, that's on this side. And then you have this page, which is, making sure there ain't no pocket there. This is a, what do you call them? Little bags. Anyways, this lady here is actually a famous opera singer. I just forgot her name, who she is. I wanted to make sure she was with lace and stuff and pretty roses and things, although those are poppies. And I made a little huge tag / journal. You can still write even on these spots because it isn't really covered up. I didn't want it to be so that you could. I noticed I was doing too much, and not leaving enough spots for you to journal. I mean, I was putting things in for you to journal, but not leaving like spots on the pages for you to journal. So I did that to the front of this one, put some velveteen ribbon up here. And then the back is nothing but a spot for you to journal on as well. And then, bring this down a little bit. That goes in the front part of the pocket, and then there's a back part to the pocket. And then there's this page right here. This page right here. I made sure to leave a piece of a tag sticking up so you can see that that's a piece too to pull up and journal on there. And this is a watercolor painting that I created of a dahlia. I kind of messed up on the leaf. It should have been bigger, but I digress. So this is another flower that I had growing in my garden, and I thought, well, I'm going to add that with it. I thought it would look real good together. Yeah. And there's a pocket on this side that you can pull a journal card out, and then there's a a pocket on the top for you to journal on the tag as well, on the back. And see, I was learning to leave you spaces. I'm sorry that I did not leave enough space. So you'll be able to write here as well. And then you have this. You can write on this. And then I put these little things in here. This little cute little bird nest with a birdie. And then I left this little blank card so you can write or do something to that. And then a little journal, not a journal, a little tag. And I thought that was real cute. I made this into a journal. I keep saying journal. Anyways, into a pocket so that you can put little things like these up here. And you can journal here as well. And these have journal cards here. You can write on the back. You can journal. This one, it talks about photography in 1964. It's actually a picture from an old book, a photography book. And you can journal on the back. And then you have this that you can journal on, and journal on the back. And then this came from a book, an old book, I think it was a biology book. Not sure, but yeah. And more bugs. See, that's why I said biology book. It's more of the crinkle paper. Now, you can write on it, I think, with a pencil, but it will smear. You can write on it with a pen, but give it time to dry so that it doesn't, smear on you. This kind of paper does. And then on this page, this is the one I worked on last night with y'all. This is a little, what do you call them? Tag journal card. Anyways, you can write on the back. You can even write on the bottom down here. And that goes here. That's the word there that I did. And then this is the journal tag. You can journal on the back. That's a stencil that I did. And it's just a bag pocket. I guess that's what they're called. I'm not sure. This is a Pocketeer. I learned this from one of the other ladies on YouTube. And this has got tickets here. It's got a little place that you can journal on this tag. This little cute little thing. Looks like a little envelope. And then you have a tag here that you can write on the front and the back. I was pressing down. Oh, no, don't want to go in. Or is that where? I think, no, that was deeper than that. Something's in the way. What's going on? There we go. Okay, had to figure it out. My ticket came out. Okay, and then this one is a little thing that says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And it's got this little pretty little things on it. And then you can open it up and journal on the inside and on the back. And then this says, a friend loves at all times. Proverbs 17:17. And on the back it tells you where you can find these, the mustard seed collection. And the back is also a pocket. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets. And this is done on with ribbons to give it a pretty effect. And these are lines on there so that you can journal there, even though this is the painting. It's up to you if you want to journal or not, but you can journal in the front too and on the back. And this is a pocket that I created. It's got, I call it the like shirt, the shirt collar, no, shirt collar pocket, or something like that. Yeah, the collared shirt pocket. There we go, the collared shirt pocket. That's what I'm calling it, even though it's not my creation. It's just what I call it because it's easier to say. And this is a journal card that you can write on the back with some pretty little embellishments on the top. I'm trying to say this fast because it's getting later and later. Okay, and this is another pocket with beautiful fabric here. Pretty bird. There's the bird that goes on that one. It makes it look cute. You can journal down here and on the back. And then you have this, and you can journal on the back of that, and you can journal there. And there's a fabric flip on this page because this has got stuff, so I thought I'd put some fabric flip on there. And this right here is a, I'm too close to the edge there. This is a flip up. And you can journal on the inside. A lot of journaling space. Look at that. And you can journal a little bit on the back too. And it's got a pretty flower, raised flower made out of paper. It's real pretty. And a little bird's nest and a little lady. I got the bird nest from a lady on YouTube. And this I got out of, I'm trying to remember where I got that. I forget where I got that. But anyways, this came from a book, of course. And this is, what do you call it? Paper napkins. There we go. Cute. And then there's that biology book. I didn't put anything on this side because I wanted to leave something for you to read about if you want to, if you like reading about bugs. And on the back is a pocket. And I put, this is something I created out of files. Made a little pocket. And I put a little tag in there with some fabric on there. And then I put, and you have to stretch them whenever you do make these. You have to stretch them with a pen to make things fit because they get really tight. See, it still don't want to fit half the time, but it fits. But I left this open so that you could put something there if you wanted to. But you can journal on it, front and back of the back of this. You can write on the front of these if you want to. It doesn't matter. It's your journal. You do what you want. if you buy it, I mean. And then there's this journal card. Because this is, I tried to keep this book about roses and stuff, but didn't have very much rose stuff. You can journal on the back. I left it kind of blank here because I wanted the green to show up better because I wanted to pull out the rose. And then we have a little pocket here at the top. You can journal on the back of that tag. This is a hidden paper clip. See, there's the paper clip. And it's got a little charm on it. And this is what it looks like on the front. And there's the back. And all it does is it hides the paper clip, and then you just clip it on anything. If you don't want it to use it just in a journal and you want to use it in a book that you're reading, you can. I think I have another one in here. I'm not sure, but switch that over here. Keeps this down. And in this is one of my favorite pockets, mostly because of the journal card. I love this little rose. It sticks up. It's right on the edge. It doesn't get hit or anything. It's perfect. And if you don't want to pull the pocket, you can actually pull on the leaf, and it'll pull it out because it's not really that hard to pull out. Made a hole just so I can stick that little flower there and glue down the leaves so it would look like a rose. So cute. And then you can journal on the back. And so there you go. On that one, you have a side pocket and you have a top pocket. And you can still journal here too. And then we have the back of the paper clip, the hidden paper clip. And this whole page here I left blank so that you could write on that page. This is another one of my art pieces that I did. I know it's a crazy looking picture, but yeah. Don't ask me what kind of flower, it just came up out of my imagination. I don't know. They're none in particular. And this is another one of those little baggies as a pocket. And this is your little journal card. Journal on the back. This is the pocket right here. And then you have this little card. This little tag with a pretty little button on it. And I love this lace. It's so pretty. And then you can journal on the back. Goes in there. And there's enough room to stick more in there too. And this came from a book, and I just couldn't leave it in the book. It was like some kind of an art book or something, I think. It was like a scrapbook or something. Anyways, this was metal, and I know it's glittering in the the camera, sorry. But I just glued it to this page and just left it like it is, because I thought it was so pretty on that. And it matches this so good now. This matches that very well. Left these blank for you so that you have something to write on, because if I put anything on these pages, they're so frail. I'm afraid anything I put on here will end up ripping, and I don't want that. But if you wrote on it, it wouldn't do that, because it would have no heaviness. The page would only be written on instead. So that's why I gave you plenty of spaces there and there to write, and here. I made this, sorry about my throat there, it sounds like I have puberty going on. Anyways, this is a little tag that I made. And that's the back where you can journal. You can actually journal here too. And then this big card that I created. And you can journal on the front and the back. I felt so bad because I was doing so much to everything that I did not leave room for you to write on. So at the end, you're going to get a lot of room to write on, because I did not want to take up that room. But yeah, you can journal on the front and back of this one. And on this back page, you can even do that too. And I made this ruffled paper. And it's music notes and yellow paper to make it pull that yellowness out. Here's a fabric belly button. Belly button. Okay. This is a belly band with fabric on it. There we go. And this is the card that goes with it. And on the back is where you'll journal. You can tell I'm getting sleepy, huh? And this is a big paper clip. And I put this beautiful, I love this. This is so pretty, so classy. Anyways, you can journal on this, and there's even hidden pieces that nobody will see. If you do this, they can see that, but once they want to turn it over, sorry, when you turn it over, you can do the same thing and journal on the back, so nobody will see that. But yeah, it's real cute. And I left this blank because every time I was trying to figure out what I put there, this kept moving, and I was like, it's going to hide whatever I put there. And the pocket, it will like obstruct the pocket, so I just left it and left this for there. And this being a sturdy page, you can actually write there real good there. Real good. My grammar's even really well, ain't it, tonight? Okay. And this is a butterfly that came off of a little outfit on a baby's outfit. And I didn't want it to be thrown away, so I cut the embroidered butterfly off of the outfit and glued it to this, and then I made the pretty little flowers that you can feel. They're 3D'd, even the leaves, and drew the limbs and stuff. And then there's the other part. The last part is the origami thing. When you open this up, you can journal inside there. And you've got prompts in every one of the corners. that you can use. And this is a lace flower from Lace, and I colored it with my pens and just decorated it because it gave me something to do that day. And it just closes back up. And you can open this up, you can journal here and close it back down. You can open this up and journal in here even. And there you go. And that is this journal. It's very wide. I'm probably going to have to put some kind of wrap around it to keep it closed because it's pretty tight. And I'm sorry. Like I said, I got carried away with all the cutesy stuff inside and everything. So this will be on my Etsy shop. Maybe not tonight, but tomorrow. I need to take pictures of it, and I also need to figure out how much to charge because I've never done this before. This is my first time trying to sell a junk journal. I also have these three that I have been trying to sell that's on there as well. Sorry about the changing in color there. But these are purple, pink, and blue. That's what they're named on my Etsy shop. They're little journals that you can write in as well with those. And they have a art piece of mine. And I've signed the journal with a little page in there for you. They have a pocket in the front and in the back. And you've got plenty of pages to write. This one is ocean involved kind of thing. That's why it's got the theme of the ocean. The pink one is floral. It's all flowery. Get it to open up all the way. And the purple one is also like a flower motif. I call this one purple, this one's pink, and this one's blue because of the colors. These are already on my Etsy shop if you want to get one of those. There. I'm not done yet with it, but soon this one will be for sale. This is a little mini journal. I've still got this many pages to go on it, and it'll be up there for sale as well, but not yet. This one will be, like I said, up, but I got to figure out how much I'm supposed to charge because I really, really don't know because I've never done this before. And, yeah. And that's how thick it is. I know a lot of ladies, when they get them this thick, that they charge like over $100. I'm like, what? I don't think I can do that. Anyways, because I like this too much. This is fun to just have fun with junk journals, you know. So this one, trying to get this thing back on. See how easy it is to get back on. And that is your pretty little spine dangle. And that is the junk journal. So hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you will stop by my Etsy shop. I will try and put the link in the bottom. As soon as I get this uploaded, I will put the link in the bottom in the description. Give me time on that. But yeah, thank you for watching, and share, and happy crafting. Bye-bye. God bless.